Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day and I welcome you all to the day 15 of AWS series. Today's session is about AWS certification. In this session, we will learn about what are different certifications of AWS and what will be the approach towards being a certified AWS professional. So without any further ado, let's start the session. Before we begin, subscribe to Intellipaat and don't forget to press the bell icon to get more updates.
How to become an AWS certified professional from a non-IT background. So sometimes people think we are from non-IT backgrounds. Will it work for us or not? Definitely, it depends on you. Because if you are from the non-IT background, everyone is on the same platform. If somebody has some experience, and the cloud computing platform is a new for everyone. And the agenda for the session is pretty straight. We are going to discuss about introduction of AWS, concept of AWS, how good is AWS as a career choice, and how to become an AWS expert from a non-IT background, right? And first of all, I'm just going to give some introduction about AWS. As you know, AWS is a public cloud platform, and it is known for public cloud computing. And we have very few number of public cloud platform, popular public cloud platform, and AWS is number one, no doubt about that. So if you talk about the share of AWS, it goes around 60 to 60% throughout the world. So you might have heard actually the name of this AWS. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. As we know, these days, cloud computing is for every use, especially in the field of IT. Even all major companies either migrated their physical infrastructure over the cloud or they are in a process to do so. And such kind of changes are being seen because of advantages of cloud computing over the traditional IT infrastructure. It means here one thing is very clear. Cloud computing is now necessary to learn for every IT professional or people somehow connected with the cloud services. Nowadays, cloud computing is being used almost in every field. So some good examples we have, such as education, IT infrastructure, software development, entertainment industry, e-commerce, medical field, research and development, and many other fields can be mentioned. In addition, with the help of cloud computing, it would be easier for us to implement and use fields like artificial intelligence and machine learning, where huge data as an input is required. Today, AWS cloud computing is known for high availability, resiliency, agility, durability, and performance. So if you're talking about, the introduction of cloud computing, so people are just a little confused to take the definition of cloud computing, or sometimes we ask them, what is a cloud computing? Some people say this is a storage, some people say this is a database, some people say it's basically the servers. So every definition could be a partial definition, but the easiest term, cloud computing, defines storing and accessing data and programs over the internet from a remote location. And we are using internet on cloud computing. In another words, cloud computing term is used for delivery of hosted services over the internet. So AWS defines the definition its own way. It refers to the on-demand delivery of IT resources and application via the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing model. As per the pay-as-you-go pricing model, cloud providers charges on per hour basis. We have a different schemes for the different plans. On demand, you can pay for the resources, and you can buy resources for a long-term period like 1 year, 3 year. You get a very handsome discount on that. Let's say if I'm talking about on-demand pricing, so if you use a resource for 2 hours, the cloud computing providers, let's say AWS, will charge only for 2 hours. Now, this way you can control billing amount. If services are not required, you can stop those resources anytime. We will see all these things later in detail. So, but why do we need a cloud? So this is a question actually, because of the benefits. So today we see the number of cloud computing platforms are available, just like AWS, Google, MS Azure. So, but definitely AWS is number one. So because why AWS is number one? Because of a global infrastructure, right? So, and one more thing I would like to say, one of the major reason why the huge number of small scale and large scale business sectors from all over the world are using cloud today is because of tremendous effect of the tremendous effect on cost saving. Yes, this is really true. So cloud computing has made a drastic change in the reduction of hardware, software, and their cost and other several resources as well. We can run all our workloads, data, application, and processes online over the internet remotely instead of using the physical hardware and software. So these days we are not using. So, or if we are means some companies are using definitely some legacy infrastructure, but they are also planning to switch on cloud computing because of tremendous benefits we have on cloud computing. Day-to-day issues related to the server maintenance or the installation of the softwares, hardware, or whether it is a renewal of the license, all those factors are undertaken by the cloud computing service providers. Cloud not only handles the data storage remotely, right? You just try to understand, but it also protects the recovers all crashes or lost data. So we won't have to worry about the crashes or the loss of data. It gives high security. We have a number of cloud benefits like flexibility, controlled capital expenditure, data accessibility, security, resiliency, performance, high availability, or you can say business continuity or disaster recovery. So this way we have a long list of benefits in cloud computing. And this is the reason why the public people or companies are now adopting cloud computing. So in cloud computing, AWS is number one. In AWS, so it is span out almost in 26 regions. So all over the world, we have almost 26 regions as of now. Region is a basically geographical location, right? In every region, we have multiple availability zone, and availability zone is a group of data center. So more than 84 availability zone as of now we have in AWS global infrastructure, right? And this is a huge number. And every single availability zone is a group of data center. So this AWS is present in more than 245 countries and territories. Just try to understand the size of this this global infrastructure. And one more thing I want to show you. Let me just give me a minute. Let me tell you, I think this will definitely excite you, right? Let me see, where is that one? Definitely this will excite you, because you will see I need to show you a one map so that you will see, and it's incredible. Yeah, I can show you. Here you go. This you can see. This is the globe. This is the globe of AWS global infrastructure. So in this globe, if you see, these yellow color dots are regions, and around this region, these blue color dots are availability zones, and these purple color dots are edge locations. So these edge locations are available almost in every major city. And this way, one edge location to another edge location, one availability zone to another availability zone, one region to another region. So it is connected. And all these connectivity is provided by AWS. So this is the property of AWS, right? And not only this, from the oceans, from one continent to another continent through oceans. So these locations, these regions are connected, and these connectivity is highly resilient. So if one link fails, you have multiple other links to reach another end. And side by side, you can also see here, this is a region. Within the region, you have multiple availability zone. And every availability zone is a group of data center. Do you see? And these purple color blocks are basically mini data center. These are known as edge locations. Sometimes we call them point of presence. Okay, this is good. So this was basically, I was talking about the global infrastructure. So this is the global infrastructure of AWS, and this is tremendous. So if you see the size of AWS global infrastructure, I do not find any alternate of this. So Amazon Web Service is the world's most comprehensive and broadly used cloud platform. And this is the reason. So AWS global infrastructure is built to deliver the cloud services with the highest quality and performance. And AWS provides the services throughout the world. As I said you, it is available more than 245 countries and territories. AWS Cloud, which we see in AWS console, is built around region and availability zone. So more than 84 availability zones as of now we have. And in coming years, in coming days, you will see few more availability zones and regions. Even in India, we have right now Mumbai, but very soon you will see one more region in Hyderabad. AWS is offering more than 200 fully featured services from their data centers globally. AWS has millions of customers, including startups, largest enterprises, and leading government agencies. AWS is trusted over 1 million customers of all types. And if you're talking about the major and minor services in AWS platform, we have more than 1,500 services, and it is for every use, right? Whether means you can use all these services. This is a very big platform, and this is usable for almost every field. This is good for machine learning. This is good for artificial intelligence. This platform can also be used in IoT. This platform can be used for business intelligence. Now, this platform is a good platform for application developers or for architects, right? For the security providers, for database engineers. So this is incredible. Now, the people trust AWS infrastructure because it is more agile and available at low cost. So AWS Cloud Computing Platform is large collection of services, and services are divided into groups. So if you see, let's say, I don't know, means you have idea or not, but if you open AWS Cloud Computing Platform, you would see number of services we have. Let me show you. Okay, just let me, I can show you. This is a AWS Management Console, and these are list of services. Can you see? These are the list of services. So more than 200 services we have. And this is a group of service. Let's say this is the compute group of service. Within this, you have EC2, Lightsail, Lambda, Batch, Elastic Beanstalk. So every single word is a service here. And we have a services for containers like ECS, ECR. We have services for storages. We have different kind of storages in AWS. We have object storages. We have, block storage and file system storage as well. We have large number of storages. And not only this, you can connect your on-prem storage with AWS using storage gateway, right? We have large number of databases. And you can find the services for almost every use, not only the security, identity, and compliance. You can also see for cost management, media services, you have for application integration, machine learning, and for even IoTs. Can you see? So these all are the groups. Good. So we saw that this is the good thing. So this is incredible. Now, let's say I'm talking about the EC2. EC2 is what? EC2 is a elastic compute cloud. So this is a service which comes under compute resource, or the compute group, which comes under the compute group. Using elastic compute cloud, you can create and manage virtual machines. And virtual machines in AWS is known as EC2 instance. EC2 is a service name, and instance is a virtual machine. So we call it as an EC2 instance. And every virtual machine has multiple components, just like AMI, Elastic Block Store, security group.
Just a quick info, guys. If you want to make a career in cloud and DevOps, then Intellipaat provides an advanced certification in cloud computing and DevOps by ENICT Academy IIT Roorkee, and it is taught by IIT Roorkee professors and industry experts. This course is designed to help you upskill and land in your dream job. Now, let's continue with the session.
Or we have EBS volumes, right? We have, instance type. So large number of components are there. We have 4-5 components. So making all these components together, we make a virtual machine, right? So EC2 is a very significant service. So in EC2, you will learn about the load balancing. What is the load balancing? Load balancing provides the fault tolerance as well as high availability. And we have auto scaling. Auto scaling is what? If it is needed, number of machines will increase or number of machines will decrease on the basis of the condition you provide. So scale in and scale out can be done in a few seconds if you have administrative knowledge of AWS. That can be done through the EC2. EC2 is incredible. Second, let's say I'm talking about the next service is RDS. RDS is a database service. In a database service, this is for structured database. In this, we have large number of database support like Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, Aurora, PostgreSQL, right? So all these database engines supports in RDS. So you can choose anyone, depend on your use case or the project, you can choose anyone and you can create RDS instance. So here also you are using the different machine for database. And not only you are creating in a database simple instance, if you want, you can create a read replicas as well. And those read replicas can be in the same region or a different region to distribute the load of your database. So these database servers can be created as a public machine or can be work as a backend server with the application. And this is an incredible thing if you are just creating multi-tier architecture in AWS, right? So we have large number of options here. In RDS, we have a new service called AWS Aurora, which is just developed by AWS. And Aurora also is a RDBMS database engine. And this is a only kind of service in which you can provision the server or you can use it as a serverless service. So you can use it as a serverless service. So what is basically the serverless service? I will explain later on in the training. But without provisioning a server, you can use RDBMS, Aurora database engine, right? Yeah, this is a storage service. So in the storage service, we have S3. S3 is an object level storage, and sometimes it is known as storage over the internet. Storage over the internet, and it's object level storage. So if you want, you can also mount S3 storage with your virtual machines using storage gateway, right? And the incredible thing is, this is it provides you limitless space, unlimited space you have. By the way, this is a global service. So from any region, you can access this service, correct? And you can use with the other services too. You can use with the EC2 instances, and you can access this with the access on internet. And without provisioning a server, if you want to host a static website, so without a server, you can host a static website. You can publish a static website using S3. Incredible. So in AWS free tier account, definitely you have some limited resources, but those resources are enough if you are learning. AWS provide AWS account free of cost for 1 entire year. And this platform that you're getting free of cost, and the people are working professionally. So both platforms are same. So means you will not have a different platform for learning. You are working on a same platform. This is an incredible thing AWS provides. And the most valuable thing in AWS is documentation, right? What you have to learn. So we have to learn the features of services. In S3, the disaster recovery, you can configure your database for data for the disaster recovery. You can replicate your data from one region to another region. You can maintain the life cycle of your data. And even S3, you have a different storage classes to store data, to save the cost of your stored data. And not only this, you can also store our data for a long duration. You can store a data for, let's say, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, even 10 years. So at very low cost, if you want to archive your data, you can replace your tape drives in your data center with S3. And the service is known as Glacier, S3 Glacier. Incredible features. So it is providing versioning, it is providing replication, it is providing lifecycle management, it is providing logging, it is providing event control, right? Everything. So, and most valuable thing is you have unlimited storage in S3. Okay, so a lot of things are there. And the security point of view, you can encrypt your data also while it is in transit or it is in rest. So how good is AWS as a career choice? So by the way, the career point of view, as I told you, we have number of opportunities. So I'm just going to show you one diagram. Let me tell you, I think that will help you to understand. Let's say this is the diagram, and I'm going to show you this. Can you see this? This is incredible. I just created only for the people who wish to join actually AWS. In this, so it starts exactly from where you can start. This is for the freshers, and this is for some working professionals. And these are the some prerequisite to start this training. So you must have little idea about the concepts of TCP/IP, and if you know about the Windows or Linux, it's good. We are also providing free of cost Linux classes, because how much Linux is required in order to work on Linux, work on AWS, that much of Linux we are providing free of cost here, right? So you will take free classes in this particular course, and you will have little idea about the security essentials as well as the basics of database. And if you don't have any idea about the database, so we will teach here about the databases from the scratch. What is a structured database? What is a non-structured database? What is a semi-structured database? What is the comparison, and how it is different from one database to another database? And finally, we just reach here because as we know that the virtualization is a backbone of AWS, right? So what is the virtualization, and what is the difference between your physical machine and a virtual machine? And what are the advantages, what you can do with the virtual machine? And we are just also giving the concept of data center virtualization. So we have multiple components in data center virtualization. We have number of features. So we will talk about all these terms in our course. And secondly, the container, this is a second level of virtual machine. Because we know about the virtual machine, the container also is a lightweight virtual machine. So how actually the container is different from virtual machine? What are the advantages of containers? And in which cases we can use containers? And secondly, we have a Kubernetes, which is a tool to orchestrate containers. If you are dealing with a large number of containers, you can manage those containers using Kubernetes, right? And here we have the certification. So this is the certification of AWS. So your journey starts with AWS Solution Architect Associate level. And if you want to become a database engineer, you can be AWS Database Security Specialist, DevOps Professional, you can be a migration specialist, right? So number of verticals we have. It depends on your interest. It depends on your experience. It depends on your it depends. Let's say if you have a very strong background in programming, so you would definitely will prefer to go in DevOps. And if you are good in architecting, or if you are good in networking, you can go for some AWS Solution Architect Associate and Professional. But when you enter into AWS, so this is the very first course that everyone has to do, AWS Solution Architect Associate level. And these are some role-based jobs that you have, like cloud architect, and so this is the senior cloud network engineer, database engineer, security specialist, and senior developer, and data architect engineers. So these are the ultimate goals you can decide, you can reach here using this one. So this is an incredible thing that I just, created it. And it has been basically, the people are appreciating the way we just providing them this information. Now, not only this, we have other number of things that we can see. Just a minute. Yes. So I was talking about how good is AWS as a carrier. So you have n number of options. So this is the best computing platform. The term cloud computing span a range of classification types, architecture models. So this networked computing model has transformed how we work. So you are likely already using the cloud, but the cloud isn't one thing. The cloud computing can be categorized into multiple categories, as that I just defined you. You can be a DevOps, you can be a network engineer, you can be a professional architect, correct or not? So this is the thing. Now, the next is, how good is AWS as a career choice, as I already spoke to you, because in different countries, we have the different requirements. And according to the survey, and if you see some online jobs portal, so you will find the AWS on the top, AWS definitely on the top. And you can see the large number of AWS professionals are required. The only thing is, companies are not getting professional ready in the market. They are seeking, deliberately, means they are just seeking a professional people for their job roles. So, but still, yeah, a lot of requirements are there. And while you're learning actually AWS, so you must have idea about multiple technologies on this. You have the large number of services to learn, and you will definitely get a very good options here. Okay, no doubt. So career pathway, if you want to make your career in cloud computing, there are a number of significant factors behind it. That is already cleared. So being a cloud computing certified opens many opportunity for landing a good and high paying careers. It grows credibility, which helps you to grow in your career. And you can select your career path in cloud computing. You could be a cloud consultant, DevOps, cloud engineers, data science engineers, cloud reliability engineer, cloud infrastructure engineer, cloud security engineer, cloud architect. So cloud means AWS. So means instead of cloud, you can just assume that this is AWS. So how good is AWS computing as a career? So as I just detailed you, after the training and the certification, you can opt for a number of positions. Not only this, there are numerous benefits of opting for a career in cloud computing. It increases credibility. So you will have more job opportunities in your hand, where you are, whether you are a fresher or an experienced professional. So these certifications and the training develops your skills, develop your skill set. So these are the highest rated certification these days. Even if you are taking an example, AWS is accessible in more than 200 countries, 240 countries, right? As I explained you, and it has more than 1,500 major and minor services. Not only this, day by day, its popularity is being increased. And worldwide, it has more than 1 million active customers. because as more the customers they have, you will have more chances to be AWS professional. So even in this COVID pandemic, cloud computing is adopted worldwide. Cloud has played a key role in maintaining activities during the outbreak. And with the employees working from home using the conferencing system and the remote access to their working tools. So cloud computing is becoming essential to cope with the crisis, and the scalability and elasticity of the cloud have proven the limitation of legacy application and infrastructure during the challenging times, right? So the cloud market is means AWS market is dominated. No doubt, AWS computing or cloud computing training and certifications are number one. And it is number one because of its features, services offered to the customers are incomparable. Correct or not? So guys, I think this is all from my side, because I cannot be stopped if I'm just saying the limitlessly. And if you just compare the salary structure, so salary structure in US and in India, it is basically compared here. This is good. So these are the certification. I was just telling you the certifications. We have some certifications. So generally we start, the very first certification is cloud practitioner. Even if you are a fresher or you are an experienced people, you will start from AWS solution architect if you are new for AWS, right? And then later on, you can choose your vertical.
Just a quick info, guys. If you want to make a career in cloud and DevOps, then Intellipaat provides an advanced certification in cloud computing and DevOps by ENICT Academy IIT Roorkee, and it is taught by IIT Roorkee professors and industry experts. This course is designed to help you upskill and land in your dream job.
Now that we are done with the session, don't forget to subscribe to Intellipaat and press the bell icon to get the latest updates on Intellipaat.